Hello, welcome to Bartleby's Wall. I'm Chris, and I got home yesterday from Cardiff to find this waiting for me. Haven't opened it yet, so I thought I'd take a quick look at it. So, an unboxing. This is the Flowers of Algorab, the campaign module produced for Coriolis the Great Dark, the new version of Coriolis produced by Free League. I participated in the Kickstarter, and so I have both this and the core book. I'm going to focus on this for now. So let's take it open and crack it open and take a look at what we've got. First of all, the box, as ever, high quality, nicely done, sturdy. This is a Free League product, so I've got high hopes. Tear off the plastic. A little bit of flavor text on the back, tells you what it contains. I've got the PDFs already, so I have an idea what the main books contain. I haven't made it any kind of level of detail yet. So, well-fitted box. And opening it up, what do we got? So, we've got gel packs. We have dice. We can talk forever about dice. In this particular case, this is a Free League game. It uses the Year Zero engine. You can see here it's got two different kinds of dice. One set for the main character skills and abilities, and the other one for equipment. So this has reverted back to this game has reverted back to the earlier system of the Year Zero engine, where they use a separate set of color of dice for the character's equipment, and so that's what these black ones are. So when you're rolling them, you're looking for sixes. Hence why the sixes have got a special symbol on them, and the ones have also got a special symbol on them, meaning something goes wrong if you push. But let's not go too far into the details. We also have a little Free League catalogue, and over here we have some cards. I haven't looked at these at all, but it looks like it contains the usual initiative cards. I wish I had a knife to hand now. Wait a second. Here we go. Let's have a quick look at what we've got in the card deck. Careful now. Oh, that's not very well. We'll try and open. And wish I was doing this more dexterously. Open her up, and what have we got? So we've got cards. So we've got the initiative cards numbered 1 to 10, same as the other starter sets that I've looked at. I'm not even quite sure what this is. I think these might perhaps these are discoveries. Must be related to the campaign this is based on, that's contained in here, and some equipment cards for some of the major weapon types that the characters are going to find. So yeah, to clarify, this is a campaign set rather than a starter set. This is a set of scenarios, I think 5 scenarios linked together, where the players get to carry out exploration. And yeah, it looks really interesting to me. Set of counters, to be perfectly honest, not quite sure what they're for. I'll take a look at that. A map. So this map is of the Lost Horizon, as they call it, in this campaign. The new version of Coriolis, the Great Dark, is set in the Lost Horizon. The previous version was the Third Horizon. And without going into too much detail here, basically consists of 11 star systems that they've explored so far. And when I say explored, they've kind of mapped roughly where the major bodies are, planetary bodies and moons are, and that's about it. There's a lot to discover here. The focus on this in this game and in this campaign is very much on the exploration of this area that humanity, this particular group of humans, find themselves stuck in. On the other side of it, we have the ship city. That's the main location, the main sort of center of civilization in the Lost Horizon. It has a population of about 250,000 people, so there's not too many people out there. It's very much got a sensation of people being stranded out in the middle of nowhere and struggling to survive. But yeah, this is another nice map that introduces you to the concept of the ship city, an asteroid which has had a lot of spaceship hulls welded onto it and has been expanded on as time's gone on. So moving on from that, I flipped it all upside down. Let's start at the top as it was. This is quite a substantial book. This is the main campaign book, evidently, the Flowers of Algorab, and that is up. Yes, beautifully. That's really nice. Plenty of maps. I don't want to go into any detail on what the campaign's like here. Just to say that the whole thing weighs in 189 pages, and yeah, glossy throughout, plenty of maps, plenty of pictures. Yeah, I really look forward to giving this a go. I think this is so well produced. A little bit of reading that I've done. The whole thing starts out with an unexpected funeral and leads to faraway planets and stars and exploration. There's loads going on here. But yes, beautiful. That's actually nice. I mean, I have high expectations when I look at the Free League products, but this is everything I would have hoped to get for something like this. This is the expedition booklets. This is by way almost of a player handout, providing some background and information. It provides some details on some of the star systems they'll be visiting, and they've got here information about two of the great ships that they will be using to traverse the slipstream to get to the other planets. And I understand that this basically is essentially something that you can hand over to the players, and that'll give them plenty of background. There's plenty of reading there if your players are so inclined. Next, we have some smaller maps. This is a map for the Grasshopper class shuttle. So in the core rulebook, as part of making your crew, you get a choice of 3 shuttles. You get the Grasshopper, then you get a tougher one, then you get a faster one. Perhaps future supplements will contain similar information for the other classes, the Owl class and the Manta class, I think they're called, for the shuttles. And on the other side here, we've got the Rhino, their all-terrain vehicle, and similarly, you get three choices for your character group. There's a little map here that's showing the layout of it. I know that this can have a number of extra bits and pieces added onto it as your players wish. They can add med bays and other things. This one's obviously looks like it's fitted out with. This is nice, yeah, good addition. These maps here, not to linger on them for too long, but these obviously are locations and delves from the campaign itself, and there's some handouts there. On the back side of each of the maps, I see these are actual handouts. These are what your scan is going to give you to show what you're facing as you go down to these delves and to these locations. And then you've got on the back of it your report summary, it says here. So I guess that's further background information into that one. These others, okay, they're handouts. They're also maps. This as well, more handouts. We've got the map here. This one's the Algorab arms. So the 11 star systems that have been explored are divided into arms. The Algorab arm here, and I believe Hammurabi arm features heavily in this campaign as well, so I understand. And there's a map of the charted sphere, so 11 of these planets. So as a science fiction setting, it hasn't got thousands of star systems. This whole concept is based on the idea of exploration, and I understand they've taken their inspiration from polar exploration and the voyages of explorers in the 17th, 18th, and 19th century. So I think it leans very heavily into that theme. On the other side here, this map here of the Rigel, which I believe is the larger of the 2 great ships that the players might travel on in the course of the campaign. And here's Yakhander, the other great ship that they might travel on in the campaign. And finally, a couple of maps here. That looks like more specific stuff to the campaign. I can't make too much comment on that. So as a campaign box set here, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to get straight onto reading that and getting ready to have a go at it. I've already got people from my playing groups interested in it, so I look forward to having a swing. So if you've got any thoughts on this one, please let me know. And if everyone's had any experience with either Coriolis, A Great Dark, or you played this campaign, I'd love to hear what you thought. For now, signing off. Goodbye.